Okay, ladies and gents, are we live right now? Okay, today I will be finishing off the Last Dagger build. All right. And just because there might be some ill people in the audience who need to relax, I'll be using a calmer tone of voice. Now, we'll begin the show shortly. I just gotta close my door, then I will get everything out there, okay? Right. Now, let's begin first by tweeting, telling people that we're live, then we're going to finish off the Last Dagger build and everything that follows with that. In the meantime, don't forget to like and share the stream if you haven't already. The more people that do, the better. Okay, so let's get that started. Hello, Osprey. There we go. I have tweeted, I have sent everything we need to, and there we are. Okay, let's also start our usual goal. For anyone that helps me meet my super chat goals, please do take note that what we will be doing is that we'll be using this to fund more music. Go. Goal started. Any contributions are appreciated. Now, the first thing that I'll need to do is level up the Last Dagger one more time because there's a couple of things I want to try before deciding whether or not my build is better or if another version is better. So that is exactly what we're going to do. Now I'm going to put the Last Dagger on right now. And where is it? There it is. I've built mine slightly differently because at the end of the day, I think that this would be the ideal, but that is me. Let me also double check if I can get a better roll on the firearm. It might just be a small increase, but even a small increase might actually be useful.
You're gonna go out looking like that.
So
might as well write your last will and testament before you
craft
leave.
a few cores, just because I can. Then now we're going to equip the cores until Last Dagger. I do have gold rolls, but I believe that at 77, that's not enough. I want to try and get an 80 if I can. So let's try and get an 80 roll. Or any higher roll would do, actually. But let's see what happens. 78, okay. Try the other one. Even small gains are important because they will affect the final results. Hello, Sahil, and welcome everybody on TikTok as well. It's good to see you all. Perfect 80 roll would be very, very cool. I don't think I'd get it, but you never know, right? That was a perfect Colossus roll. But we can do better. These small little percentage gains are minimal. But somehow I feel that if I were to get it, it would be cool. Let's go spend some more cores, because I can. I just managed to get a 78. Surely, an 80 is not too far off. It has to appear at some point, right? 79. Inching my way up there. Okay, we'll try a couple more times. If we don't get it, it's okay. I just like attempting these kinds of things. 80%. There we are. See? The game knew what I needed and gave me what I wanted. Let's see if we can get a perfect critical hit damage roll as well. 101. Just because I want it a bit more beautiful than before. $97. I'll take these small minor increases. They work really well. Let's go craft some more of these cores because we can anyway. Just about this much. Should be perfect. Okay, now that we've done all that, I have forgotten to enter my own chat. Oops, sorry about that. Now I'm into my own stream chat. There we are. Okay, let's carry on. Now, I actually need to level up the Last Dagger one more time. I'm going to put one more catalyst into it just to see what will happen. Because I want to try a few variations of builds today, and we'll see what works best. Okay. This is the wrong component. That's the right one. These ones we can toss out because we don't care about any of them. That frozen hot component looks cool. I'll just store it for now. Never know when it'll be useful. Okay. Let's start today by hitting up one of the 400% missions. Not for any specific... Oh, wait. Should I go do a Void Vessel? Bugger, I should, shouldn't I? Nah, 1 million gold is not that tempting. Hey, Arcane. Since 1 million gold is not that tempting, Slumber Valley. What's my other option? Hagios, Haven. Let's see how fast I can clear Slumber Valley, because I know Haven I can clear in just 2 minutes. So, let's do this one. Let's go fast, shall we? Okay, let's get this Last Dagger sorted out.
Take this.
Anthony, please call me robot. Nobody ever addresses me by my race. Okay. I may not mind it too much, but YouTube tends to take these things seriously, so please do not call anyone by their race on YouTube. It's generally considered a pretty bad idea. Alright? And as a YouTube partner, I have to enforce terms of service, so please call me robot like everybody else. Thank you. As a professional, I must maintain a healthy chat environment. Well, listen, Beaner. Look, people want the 4-second defiler kills, which is great, but I'm here to test today what kind of timing I'll get without it. If I can get something like maybe 10, 11 seconds, then I'm just gonna go with that, because I don't want to lock myself into only electric, or I have to re-roll my cores every time. Then what if I want to do Void Vessel tomorrow? Sorry, Void Erosion tomorrow, and I can't change my elements. You see, the thing is, right, we can't just plan for one piece of content in the game. Sure, it looks cool, and I know that many creators without much else to do or many other videos to make will just make that, but do you know why everyone is still waiting for my builds? It's because they don't want what these people are offering. No matter how much they offer you, it's kind of like the devil's temptation. No matter how much they offer you these forbidden poison apples, it's not what people want. People just want something they can use and then not think about. They don't want to change their builds every 2 runs. No, I completely understand, Anthony. But yeah, we gotta follow YouTube rules, so that's how it is. I'm always consistent, Chris. I have to be. Because look, if I buy my views and make fake videos, then I'm just the same as everybody else out there. That's not what I'm here to do. I'm here to be a professional. I'm never gonna get more jobs from more developers if I like do the same things that everybody else does. That's why I move different. I've seen and studied the builds where people are doing 4-second runs, 5-second runs, but as cool as it is, you know, that's not helpful. Yeah, I am actually. We're going to do a thorough test today. It's the final testing. So I'm testing everything from the Void. I'm making some changes to my own build, but I'm going to test everything from the Void Erosion solo to Defiler solos, and then in team matches and all that kind of stuff. But I just need to level up the dagger one more time, because previously I specialized it for my own pathway, but I would like to adjust that a little bit so I have full variations. Because I think if I do it too much one way, it might not help my viewers. 7 to 5 seconds is possible if you specialize it for Defiler. I refuse to do that. That is a waste. And again, it is not what my viewers are here to see. Because anyone can make a specialized weapon. But doing so locks you out of other content. And I'm not gonna make them re-roll their cores every single time they want to do something. Because as cool as it is, who needs to farm Defiler? Let me ask you a question. Who needs to farm Defiler? You farm it for a little while and then you're done. In fact, most people are already done since they farmed it with an S. The only ones who have to play catch up are the new players, and it actually harms the new players because guess what? Once the new players finish farming Defiler, they're like, oh, then what am I supposed to do? Exactly, you should be using the gun for different activities, which is why my build is going to be a general build. You can use it everywhere. No limitations, no problems. You will be slower than specialized builds, yes. But the goal for me is not to give you the fastest possible completion time. It's to make your gaming life easier, which is why I want to stop people from following bad guides and builds that lock you into one pathway. Being locked in is the worst thing in a video game. How do I know? Because I've played ARPGs before. When you make a build and then you realize, oh man, I can only use this one skill. And sure, it might be the most efficient way, but that's boring. I've experienced enough of that in Diablo. I really don't want to do that here. So I'd rather make things that work a little bit slower, but work across the board. Because general builds are better. I want my gamers, because look, I'll be real with you guys. Next week, Monster Hunter Wilds drops. How much time do you think people are going to be spending when they want to play other games? Like, I'm not going to make people spend 4 or 5 hours on First Descendant. At most, people are going to play this for 1 or 2 hours, and then they're going to move off to their other game with their friends. So it's problematic because my own viewers have told me already, are you going to play Monster Hunter Wilds? Because I'm going to play Monster Hunter Wilds. I'm like, then what about TFT? He's like, I'm probably going to put TFT down for a few months. I'm like, homie, I can't do that because I'm not going to, you know, I'm a creator for this game. I can't put it down. But, you know, at the end of the day, I know the needs of my people. I know the needs of my audience. So, and I'm going to be on Monster Hunter Wilds myself because my friends are going to be playing it. So we're all going to be playing Monster Hunter. So yeah, I want to make my builds easier so that everybody can just use them and not think about it. Reactor modification system, not so sure, Thor. At this current moment, I cannot say. I'm sure the devs will have an answer, but I am not privy to that because I do not follow the live streams of the Q&A. I'm sure somebody will tell me at some point, or the devs themselves will tell me. But for now, I've got no real answer for you, and for that, I'm sorry. As soon as I have an answer, I would happily share it with anybody, as I'm often here to do. But anyway, if you did specialize your gun into defiler kills, then just kill the defiler as much as you can. If you're getting 5-7 second runs, just quickly farm him like until you have like 20 core binders and you never have to think about him ever again. And then life is good. Then you can specialize your stuff for other things. Because I'll tell you what, getting perfect rolls on your gun is like damn near impossible. So I don't want people to waste resources and time. Okay. I forgot to check the time that it took me to clear this. I always find farming a lot easier when I can talk to you guys, because if I can just talk to you guys, then life is good. I don't have to think. That's what makes farming so much easier.
This is where it ends.
All I have to do is just sit, talk to you guys, relax, and then everything is awesome. But I really should check the timing, because I need to finish this fast. I don't have a lot of time. So I'll see whether this or the Haven is faster. I'll clear it up. Then I will go test the final change to the Last Dagger. See what works best.
This is going to hurt.
Hello, Leon. How's it going? I'll do a video after stream. I mean, you guys will probably see the mods because I no longer hide them, but I will do a video after stream. I would highly recommend you pay attention to the video instead, because the video will give you a more thorough description and understanding. As much as people like to just copy the modules, if you copy them without understanding why we do things the way we do, then you will suffer. Of course, it is your choice at the end of the day, but I would really recommend waiting for the video. The video is always the best way. Not because I want views, not because I want revenue, I don't care about that. I make enough. I make enough to survive. But what I really do care about is understanding, knowledge, interpretation. It's the same thing that I'm going to be doing on Monster Hunter next week. Like, I'll be starting with the bow, and as you guys know, I'll be a bow main. So when I start with the bow, and I show people how to use the bow in a particular way, okay, Haven's faster, I'm going to Haven. It'll save me 1 minute. But as I teach people how to use the bow, there will be certain combos that I pull off that will be different to what you will know from, say, the guides in the game or from other creators maybe. But these combos that I'll... Disconnected. That's the first time that's ever happened. But these combos that I'll teach you are my own personal strategies based on like what I know works well. Follow the video, Cobra the Dawn. My videos contain reactor, external components, all that kind of stuff. There's no such thing as best set. You have to adjust it based on what you are doing. So different builds have different sets. Have you checked the build videos? If not, Cobra the Dawn, then first and foremost, go there. Of course, Ryuken, my Ines build has never once used the Slayer set. So why would I need the Slayer set? This is the exact same set that I've been using for my Ines since the very start. There's no need to have a Slayer set because what are you going to do? You're going to kill the enemy faster? Like, you already killed him in one blow. You can use the Slayer set. Like, it's not wrong to use the Slayer set, but what's the point? The question you have to ask yourself is, what is the point? Like, is there a great need for you to have the Slayer set? Because I don't think so. I can kill this entire thing in 2 minutes. So is there a purpose to the Slayer set? The answer would be no, right? That's what you got to think about. You can't say, like, why, like, Slayer set, yeah, it's great for damage, but why? Why must I use the Slayer set? This is what I talk about when I talk about efficiency. If I'm already killing every single enemy in one blow, sans the bosses, but even the bosses are dying in, like, say, 2 seconds, then is there a need for me to go beyond that? I would say that there isn't. Because don't forget, the other thing about having the Slayer set is that your survival goes all the way down. If you make a mistake and accidentally die even once, in the 400%, yes, most enemies are not a threat. But you can still potentially take damage. And the second you take some serious damage... By the way, Arcane, how you feeling today? Are you feeling alright? Is your coughing any better, buddy? But yes, for the average person, if you die even once, that's an additional 20 seconds onto your kill time. Sure, most runs you might not die, but what if you do? You see, what if you do? All this unnaturally wastes time. Whereas if I'm willing to take a 1 or 2 second kill time extension on the boss, I don't struggle with all the other stuff. See? And my survival will never come into question. So this is what works really, really well for me. And this is why I don't use certain sets, because you must think about whether or not it's necessary. Do you need it?
No.
Yep. Most of the time, what you need to do is save time by not dying. DPS is great. You do 0 DPS when you're dead. So running around with a glass cannon build for every single thing is probably not the best idea. Well, you would still get the same substat rolls with any set. Just so you know, depending on the character, you have to fit your substat rolls to match the character's needs. But certain bosses, don't forget, if you're soloing, they have mechanics. Like Keldir, for example, he's completely invulnerable until you shoot the head. And if you happen to be leveling up a gun, then what are you going to do? You see, if you have no survival, you're dead. But here, I don't have to worry about it. I just cast my skills and he's done. Well, Secret Garden is obviously better as per my build. Follow the build, Oscar. The only reason to use Voltea is when you want to delete an RK shield. So I don't see how Voltea will benefit in Ness at all. If you're talking about the build alone is better with Secret Garden. Again, please do watch the videos that I put out about Ness, about my Ness builds, because this is knowledge that you guys should already have. Alright, this is the stuff that I've already taught you guys in the videos. So, watch the videos, you'll learn a lot. I promise you that. If you don't watch the videos, you'll forever be confused, because unlike a lot of others, I take my time with my videos. My videos are always longer than everybody else's, but there's a reason why. It's because I teach you everything. I say, why is this weapon good? What makes it good? Why must you use this weapon? Why does bonus electric DPS matter? You don't fire your gun with an S. That's not how bonus electric DPS works, and it will not help you. I suggest you study my videos, Oscar, because it sounds like you're very new to this game, and you do not understand what you're doing.
There's no getting away.
Yep. Study the videos, my friends. Study the videos, because you're not understanding how the weapon works together with an S. And if you're even asking this question in the first place, it may mean that you followed the wrong principles, or you started, when you studied weapons, you misunderstood something, because there's something very different about weapons that you need to understand. Watch the build videos. Watch the build videos. You really want to learn? You watch the build videos. And for those that might question, wait, why am I not using Secret Garden now? It's because I'm leveling a weapon. When you want to level a weapon, you hold it in your hands. So even if you end up doing less damage, it doesn't really matter.
This is awesome.
I'm not here to level a nest. I'm not here to clear this at the fastest possible speed. I'm here to do one thing. And that one thing is to level up this gun. Once it's leveled, oops, sorry. It's all good. Sure, Lucky, say whatever you want, but you're the one that clicked on the stream, so enjoy it, buddy. You're the one looking, not me. Yep, I'm working on the dagger build today. I'll finish it after it's done, and then I will release it. I'm just leveling it up one more time because I have to put one more catalyst into it, and I need to get the finalization done because I want to see for myself whether or not it's going to be worth it. Good on you, Cobra. That's what you should do.
This is going to
Hello, cheapo uncle. This game is called The First Descendant. That's for the TikTok peeps who are asking the question. It's free to play. You can play it on PlayStation 5, Xbox, PC, whatever you want. Have fun and enjoy yourself.
reload.
If you ask me those kinds of questions, I will simply not answer you guys, alright? If you're just here to talk about that, we will either remove you from chat or, you know, we're just not going to answer. So, it's up to you. If you can't behave well in my chat, please take note. Arcane has the power to slap anybody. Anytime. Anytime at all.
I do.
He does. Well, Ines is very good, TRX. That's what she's supposed to do. She's supposed to be a faster farmer. Hey, Truff. Well, she is not. So if you literally cannot handle that, then there's a mute for you right there. So please behave well in chat or you'll be muted. Same goes for TikTok or YouTube, yeah? We keep the same rules across the board. I'm sorry, Sonny Baxter. Unfortunately, it is difficult to get a good reactor for her. The farms have been, for lack of a better word, horrifying. Oh, crud, I put in the wrong. Well, I guess it's not theoretically wrong. Okay. Let's do this. Oh, darn. Yeah, it really was wrong. Whoops. I guess we'll just have to deal with that. I have to put in an M slot. Okay, got to level it up one more time. Game's holding up good. Yeah, well, doesn't matter. I can just clear this Hagios a few more times. For some god-awful reason, I thought I needed a Xantic slot, but I need a Malachite. I don't know if there will be any nerfs at all, Oscar. We will see. I don't think we should be talking about nerfs because the devs themselves have not mentioned nerfs. They are strongly against nerfs, even if they agree that Ines is overpowered. I don't think they're going to do nerfs. They have already stated that their purpose is to balance out characters and try to make them meet the standard. However, they did say that Serena is most likely going to release weaker, and then she'll be adjusted upward. Or so they say. We'll see. No problem, Victoria. I'm glad you guys are learning. I will do my best to continue good content for you guys. Oh, I can for one build, but not the other, Sheldon. So I need another M slot. So, unfortunately, like, because the two builds, I want to, like, before I release my video, I want to make sure that the two builds can build on top of each other. So I don't mind wasting catalysts myself. It's fine if I waste one or two. That's not a problem. That's not even a bother. And it does happen occasionally. But I don't want you guys to waste it, you know what I'm saying? So I'm just gonna make sure that I get it right and try to build it so that both builds can build on top of one another.
Damn them.
Of course, Oscar, that is exactly how it'll work. Because look, if they devalue the effort that we invest into our characters, then what will happen is that people will be angry. Angry people means no revenue.
Give up.
Ultimate Sharon's alright, but she's not really useful for anything right now because she's superseded by a lot of other characters. She's okay, and there'll be some people that swear by her, but it's kind of like how people try and say, oh, Valby's great, when right now Glay is kind of the queen of Void Erosion Purge. That's kind of how it is. Like, players will play their favorite characters no matter what, and there are many out there who will find great ways to make their characters work. Like, that is the correct way to play video games. That's how they will play video games. But what you gotta understand is also the fact that, look, unfortunately, some characters are just completely superseded by others, and that's reality for you.
I would love to play Valve. She's one of my favorites, but she is just so underwhelming right now.
That is true. She is underwhelming compared to a lot of others. And listen, Vanity, it's up to you whether you want to continue with the game or not. I mean, I find it fun and I can play every day, no problem. But that's me. You have to decide for yourself. Well, yes, of course Glay is the best for Void Erosion. Depends on how often you study my streams. If you study my streams often, you will literally see me using nothing but Glay. As long as you follow the videos, there are no problems. Adul, have you seen my video on an S? Because this is an S's farming build. So all you gotta do is go check my farming build. Reactor, external components, everything is in the build video. You don't ever need me to tell you anything because everything is on my build videos. Well, in that case, person with a random emoji name, if this is your first time meeting me on TikTok, good. It means that you have not discovered the best creator yet, which is me. And now you have. Congratulations.
Keep trying.
Everything you will need on my channel is on my YouTube. TikTok is just another streaming platform that I use to get my stuff out there. I do post some short content there, but most of my in-depth videos are all on YouTube. Study those, you'll never go wrong.
Begin tracking.
Well, you can hope the storyline will be interesting like that, Leon. There are no mods. I'm an official content creator, I do not use mods. This is Ines, she's a new character, for the person asking on TikTok. You will never ever see mods on my channel. Because again, I'm a professional.
Oh, damn it.
Try to showcase
Nope.
Boom.
Yes, we try to show the authentic stuff like Arcane says. And no, I never play with other streamers. If they want to, they can negotiate a contract to play with me, but I would never do so otherwise. Leads to drama, leads to problems. I have no interest in that kind of nonsense.
Dare run away.
The only streamer I would play with is Arcane, Truffles, and Beast. That's it. And they're literally the people you hear on voice with me.
Damn them.
Cheapo Uncle, you will need at least Electric and Chill modules, but I didn't build the cores for Electric and Chill. You will still need to put elemental damage because elemental damage is too strong. You must have it. Depends on the activity. Here, it's fast if I run solo, and I don't really need to bother anybody else. I can just go in, kill this thing in 2 minutes, be done. And in about 10 minutes, I have my weapon fully leveled, and I can put my catalyst into it. So I don't always run solo. Like when I'm farming, I invite Arcane, unless I'm doing testing. Like today, if I'm doing testing, I have to run solo. So I can reduce the number of variables and ensure that what I build is truly perfect. If it's perfect, then no problems. If it's not perfect, then there's a problem. For the cores, it's up to you, man. I'm not going down that path. You can wait for my video. My video will explain my choices and things like that. In the meantime, what you guys can do, don't forget to like and share the stream, and please, if you can, support me as a creator. Make sure you super chat, keep us in business. You want the real information? Keep us in business. There's my link right there for YouTube. For TikTok folks, you can head over to YouTube and register me as your creator. Onward we go. I stay professional. Because again, this is not the only job that I work. I plan on working with other developers, other companies as well. Although for now, this is my only stable partnership. There are others coming down the pipeline. A lot of negotiating and background deals. In addition to that, I'm slowly becoming a music producer, so that's another thing that's on my list, so I better be professional. If I'm caught being unprofessional, then I'm going to jail. And I'm too pretty for jail. Arcane will have to visit me and rescue me.
Yes, I'll have to rescue you.
Yes. Get me a lawyer. But anyway, all jokes aside, I have to stay professional because at the end of the day, this is my livelihood and I have a lot of other businesses. I'm not just some guy making videos for fame. I'll live off this crap. Yep, I try to save everybody's resources except mine. Wasted a catalyst today. Sad. 7 hours down the drain. I mean, I don't feel that sad about it, but still, damn. It's going good, Matthew. Can't really complain. Life is alright. Life is an alright donut. Excuse me. Just gotta kill that guy. There we go.
Bastards.
Thanks, Arcane, for handling that. Appreciate you.
My shield. Come there.
Sorry for missing that, Bliss. The
no
game is
getting
indeed the
away.
First Descendant.
This is going to hurt. This is awesome, huh? Oh, damn it.
Okay, 33. 2 more runs and we're clear. Thankfully, each run is only 2 minutes, so we're getting through this really, really quickly. Once we are done, we will go off and finish up the testing. We'll start with some defiler runs, just to ensure that it is perfect, and then we'll carry on from there.
This is awesome, huh? This is going to sting.
To answer that question, Dizar, I would say it depends on which creator you want to follow. For me, if you put in an element, you are locked into only using that element, which is pretty bad. I don't mind doing less damage with crit damage, but I want the build to be general. So if you guys want to follow my build, please wait for the build video. I'll explain my choices there. Alright, it's better to wait rather than just trying to copy me from stream. Because if you copy me from stream, you won't learn. Alright, the choice is yours at the end of the day, Nizar, but wait for the build video, it's better. Don't ask the questions on stream, because on stream I cannot give you a thorough answer. And I wouldn't anyway. Wait for the build video, learn from the build video. Stream is just for gameplay, as it should be. Hello, Bear.
No.
That's up to you, Ryuken. I would say repeat until you can't stand it. You must always wait for the build videos, because that is the best way to learn. Trust me. Well, you can choose to copy the stuff from my stream, but you will always go wrong. Because you won't understand why I've made the choices I've made.
Keep trying.
And also, we are still undergoing testing. The build video is only after everything's finalized, don't forget that. If you copy something while it's in testing, and I change something later, then you're the one who gets screwed over. And the game is still thriving, Somberlight.
Take this.
It's still doing absolutely fine. But, I mean, if people believe it's dying, I'm not going to help them, nor am I going to correct them, you know? That's a them problem. As for endgame getting better, that's up to you.
There's no getting away.
I have activities that I enjoy, but whether or not those are activities that you'll enjoy, that's up to each individual. I cannot answer on your behalf. I just do my thing, and honestly, I enjoy the game.
Mag change. My shield. Come there. Reloading.
Well, if you think there's nothing new, I'm not going to stop you. For a new player, any tips? Yes. What you will need to do, Urija, is go to my YouTube channel, look for my ultimate F2P survival guide. This is the first thing you will need. After you get my ultimate F2P survival guide, go and farm Ultimate Bunny and follow my builds and you're good to go. No, this is not a mod. We don't use mods here. This is a skin in the game that you can purchase. Okay, was that the last one? Nope, that wasn't. Whoops, we got to do it one more time.
But the hot spring set.
Sorry, Danny, your questions will be skipped over if I miss them because I'm keeping up with 2 chats. I stream on both YouTube and TikTok. TikTok is less busy than YouTube, but since I have both chats going, sorry. If I miss your chat, my apologies, but you can ask it again if you want. That being said, I will be keeping up with both sides, so sorry. You want me to notice you more? You have to send more love to me. This game is free. You buy the skins, Mr. NF. Well, good luck and goodbye then. I don't know and I don't care. If they think that one person matters to me, like, sorry to say this, but I'm gonna say it straight, you don't.
Let's end this.
If you are too impatient with your streamer, then good luck to you, man. Hello, drinking. Nothing wrong with liking the storyline, Leon.
Take this.
It's good that there are some people who are into storyline. For me, looter shooters, I'm not too invested in the storyline unless it's really compelling. And the First Descendant storyline was not as compelling. Like, it was compelling in Season 0, but I feel like they left it lying for so long that people are probably going to forget everything. So, it doesn't really matter. I mean, I still will keep it in memory for obvious reasons. But I don't think anyone really cares too much. Or as much as they say. Like, I would say at most 20% of the population is going to care. Which is good, but still not as many as they'd hope. Most people are just here to mash stuff and shoot stuff. Well, it does make sense. You are a story enjoyer. Did they ever actually ask a question, Arcane, or were they just trolling?
No,
I got the
there
feeling.
was no question. I scrolled
Okay.
back.
Yeah, I know. I scrolled back quickly too, and I saw, yes, there's nothing. Ah, yes. Just another trash panda. That's the downside, though. TikTok's really good at getting your name out, but God, some of the people that show up, all trash pandas. The good ones, though, I'm happy with. It's nice to meet some good folks. And slowly over time, that's how we grow.
You can't escape. This is going to hurt.
But I will say I also kind of expected because to me, there are probably going to be some generational gaps between who's watching YouTube and who's watching TikTok.
Oh, for sure.
And that generation gap is one of the reasons why I don't worry too much. Thanks for sharing the stream, Gav.
Yes, me. I use TikTok.
He uses sneezes, apparently.
Totally.
Yep, absolutely. He uses
I
headshot.
totally use TikTok.
This boy.
No, I'm just kidding.
I totally use TikTok.
Yep, call him a nerd. Call him a nerd. Beat this man. Beat this man.
Wait, do I even have a TikTok account?
Probably not.
Oh no, I do.
Lol.
For your...
For
Would I even make it again?
Okay. Yes, roar.
I'm not raging, I swear.
Roar your fury. And listen, Sahil, as for people who fall into that pit of the game is dying, like, they've been saying that since Season 0, bro. I don't care. As long as people keep subscribing, watching my content, and
If all
super
mods
chatting
were
and
the
all
same,
that,
I'd be out of a job
game will
right
never
now.
die. When they stop, then that's where you'll see me say, okay, bye-bye. I see you next time. Goodbye. And that's when I'll vanish. Okay, now let's go test this shenanigans. First and foremosa, like a mimosa. Let me see. We will start with void erosion. And with the void erosion, Glay will set to Gungrave Gore. This one, put in chill. Now, I know many of you can just copy the stuff that you see on stream, but again, I will advise you against it. It's your choice at the end of the day, but I would really recommend waiting until you know what you want. Okay, this works. Right. Let's adjust this for Colossi. And then we will readjust this. Oh, wait, this is already adjusted. Lol. Thank you for following me, Games W. Now this, we'll switch to this. Okay, designed solely for Colossus fights. First test. Let's see if we can get it consistent. Well, don't worry. With my build with the Last Dagger, all you have to do is hold down the left click button or the trigger button, whatever. And it will work. So your carpal tunnel should not bother you. 28, 29, 30, just hold down the button and you're good.
Will not be interrupted.
So thirsty. So thirsty.
Don't get in my enemy eliminated.
Sorry. 17 seconds, but imperfect. Hello, Rico. It needs to be slightly lower for it to be worth my time. Because you're actually supposed to start this in here. Doing this shenanigans.
Will not be interrupted.
If you do this, you can run there fast enough.
It's already
Okay,
over.
16
I'm
seconds.
disappointed.
Not too bad. If you put in the electric enhancement, you could definitely get the 4-second kill. But I'm gonna try a couple of other things. Of course, Rico. I'm always doing testing. I mean, either way, you're going to be faster than an S. So realistically, this is literally better than Iness's build anyway. So no issue on that. But we are going to adjust a couple of things. We have everything we need here. The only thing is that I'm still going to put in the base rifling. Because as much as I like the ultra precision and it's a fantastic multiplier, I was already getting similar timings yesterday, so I'm going to readjust. I'll be dropping it today, Rico, once the testing is done. There's no such thing as best character in the game for solo play. Different characters solo different things better. So for example, let's say you're in the farming stage of the game, but you don't have an S. you'll be using Ultimate Bunny. Once you get an S, then an S is the best farmer for solo play. Then after that, for certain activities, you need to farm them with Glay if you want to go solo. So this is why I'm trying to tell you guys that you can't just blindly, you know, follow stuff. You do need to know what you're doing in each instance, and that's quite important. So always have different characters built. The right tool for the right situation is crucial. And I'll stand by that till the day that I die. Rolling ended up being a waste of time. Okay, so that's no good. Yep, no problem. Sometimes what you gotta understand is that you will not continuously get the results that you want, no matter how hard you work for them. Okay. This will not help us much. So it would probably be better to improve the overall multiplier, which makes sense. That would be the fastest and most consistent. Okay, noted with thanks. Of course I did, Brandon. Did you miss it? I play Rivals every Saturday night. I do indeed, Rico. There are many builds on my channel. I like to go back to Albion. Gives me peace of mind. I may not have to, but I'll do so regardless.
Don't get in
Nah, I'm just lazy to do this without conditional recharge. I don't really want to run that. Besides, the average person's also going to make mistakes, so if my stuff can work with mistakes, then that's fine. And it does. The modules are correct. The technique has to be perfected. Jinushan, as per my video, have you watched my video? I'm pretty sure I use Glay. It's up to you which one you want to use, Jinushan, but you should be following my videos, and I've already released the videos you need. Damn. Nope. The slam. Okay, that was a problem. The weak point multiplier is very important. Okay. I'm considering it, yes. The meta has already shifted, Frazzling. If you haven't played since Season 0, everything is totally different. Just follow the builds that we have now, because you're going to waste your time otherwise. At the end of the day, it's your choice, but you really don't want to be wasting time.
I will end. I will find my
If he enters Frenzy, unfortunately, no way around that.
enemy eliminated.
Because I don't want to drop Predator Instinct. It'll be easier if I do this with Mass Sang, but yeah, Predator Instinct is definitely better. Because no matter what, I think I just won't drop my hit points all the way. It does result in less damage, but I still feel like this should theoretically be alright. Because I was already getting close to 18 seconds without even doing anything.
It's already over. I'm
Yeah.
disappointed.
Around about 14 seconds if you still end up behind the target. So that was about 14 seconds. Yeah, I know. But I do not want to. I want to see how possible it is without it. Because I genuinely hate that module.
Don't get in my way.
First of all, never ever name a creator. And I don't know why you would ask me about another creator's builds. I would never ever comment on another creator's builds. Naming them by name, that's just wrong, dude. Okay, never ever do that. No professional would allow you to name another creator and then just comment on their build, dude. That just causes drama.
Get in my way.
Sorry, Mr. SCF. I don't know who you are, but it's clear you don't know how we work or how we operate here. So don't ever do that. That's disgusting. Trying to cause drama between creators is the wrong way to do things, my friend. Yeah, pretty much.
Damn it.
I'm trying to avoid putting on conditional recharge just because I hate it so much. No, I hope you are very sorry because that is the worst thing I've ever seen anybody do. Never ever bring up another creator and ask me to compare their build. I would never do that. That is wrong and disgusting. Okay? You want a question about their work, you go talk to them, you go ask them about their build, and they can give you their opinion on it. Asking another creator for an opinion is literally just drama fuel. Don't ever do that. You ever come to my stream ever again and you know, talk about something like that, you will be banned. Take note. And the fact that you even name them by name, that is so wrong. That is wrong. All right? Have respect for them. Have respect for them and have respect for me. Now, some guy just literally says, "Hey, this person did a build. Can you give me your opinion on it?" Like, bro, don't even try and put a love heart in your statement. That's disgusting. Never ever do that. Nobody would go around to somebody else and say, hey, can you give me a comment on Real Asian Robot's build? And if they did that, that would be like horrifying. Who in their right mind would do that? No. If you don't take it that serious, this is my business, this is my place of work. It is that serious. And if you do not take it serious, you'll be removed from chat as well. End of story. If you cannot respect the rules of my place of work, you do not belong here. Okay, now. Conditional recharge is a C slot. Well, at least now you know. Now just take out defense for it. Makes sense. Don't let it ever happen again, SCF. This is your first and last warning.
If all modules were the same, I'd be out of a job, right?
For the people on TikTok, same rules apply. You ask me about that kind of stuff, you will be straight up removed from chat. Alright? I do not comment on any other person's build. For those on YouTube, the details have already been said. Even if you just came in, I'm not repeating them. Okay? I would never comment on somebody's build. I would never go and speak about somebody else. That's what we call unprofessional behavior. Alright? I'm a professional in this industry. I would never do that. And you see, SCF, this is exactly why you should never do this, because it causes a whole cascade of problems. Go ahead. You can go ahead and do that, and you will straight be banned from stream. Goodbye, Blogan. Anyone else want to test my patience? You can do so. But if you just want to troll and encourage bad behavior, this is what happens. This is why I don't allow people to do these kinds of things. Because if one person speaks up and asks this kind of nonsense, every other troll is going to hop on it. Every other idiot is going to try and say something about it. This is why you have to understand. Because, Ramon, you can create drama that way. And then what? I get into a beef with another creator? That's not helpful to companies. And that's not helpful to me, because this is my career. This is what I do for a living. All right? So no, you should never be giving a comment on anybody else's work. All right, like I said, all that does is encourages beef between players and just makes it seem like one person's trying to be bigger than another.
Feel the hands of death.
So again, please respect the rules. I ask everybody to respect the rules and to keep it professional. And there you go. Do you see the problem, Mr. SCF? Do you see exactly what you started? This is why I don't allow people to do that. Because the second you go around doing that, all it's going to do is that, what if I, like, let me give you an example, Mr. Ramon. What if, all right, there is somebody out there that maybe you enjoy their stream, but you also enjoy my stream, right? You go over to their stream, then somebody starts talking shit about my build, and then the creator that you respect also starts talking shit about my build. That's gonna turn you away from them and also make them look horrible, right? Same thing. The same rule applies across the board. All right? And this is why I've already said, please do not start this kind of stuff, because at the same time, there are always trolls who watch streams and look for an opportunity. All right, and unfortunately, Mr. SCF, you just gave them that opportunity. So I hope you understand why this is so serious. Let's all be professional here. This is my career, this is my living. If you cannot be professional, then I will honestly just ask you all to leave. And I would hate to have to do that, because that's wrong. That's silly, and nobody should be leaving. And indeed, nobody should have to. Leon, don't worry. That guy was just trolling. Do not even say it. Again, I'm sorry, but you're not a mod. Okay, leave it to me and my mods to tell people this. You just have to obey the rules and be respectful.
I must have let my guard down.
Please wait for my video, Ramon. It'll be on a video.
It's a coming.
Yep. Arcane, sorry, could you just remove that guy from TikTok? Thank you.
That was too easy.
And Mr. Alex, no references to those types of people. Thank you. As you should. Alright, we're going to go change a few things.
Did that work?
Yeah, it did. I mean, the
Okay,
messages
that's
will stay, but we can't do anything about
Yeah.
that. TikTok works differently from YouTube. Just go in there and instantly remove them. If they cannot be respectful, they cannot relax, then they shall be removed. It's because he's basically just going ham faster, which is why I'm just thinking to myself, is it even necessary? Because I don't think it is necessary to go that far. So I'm thinking maybe I just won't use this as much as I like it. It feels like if I'm doing this, I have to break through a certain damage percentage, which I don't think is necessary. So I need to deal a certain amount of damage to him to get him to kneel, and then after that he will do whatever. Of course I am, Bear. Like I said, I'm a professional. This game is called the First Descendant. And this is why, you know, all it takes is just one person to say something silly, and then boom, everything explodes just like that. You see how easy it is for people to get out of control? Because everybody's always looking for an opportunity. Everybody's always looking for an opportunity. So be very mindful. This is why I tell everybody, be mindful of the things you say on the internet. You might think it's just for fun. You might think that, you know, it's just a game. It's not. This is how I make my living. And if anyone cannot respect that, you are welcome to choose to watch somebody else. I will say it straight to your face. Watch somebody else then. Don't watch me. If you want to watch me, you be absolutely respectful. Understand that this is my job. This is my living. And, you know, listen, Mr. SCF, you started this whole thing. If you cannot be respectful of that, then I'll just remove you from chat. There you go. Okay? Don't ever try and justify actions. What you do is you say apologize, and you sit, and you watch. If you don't want to do that, or you cannot do that, you will not be welcome here. All right? We are going to switch topic. If everybody could stop bringing it up, then yes, we will switch topics and we will carry on. All right?
Yeah.
I want to hear no more of this from any of you. Don't ask questions. Don't ask nonsense. Focus on what I'm doing. Don't ask stupid things. Okay? Let's keep it clean. Now, I'm going to drop conditional recharge because as much as I like it, I don't feel like it's as useful to me in this particular scenario. So we're going to readjust a couple of things. Okay. I'm actually going to go back to rifling because I wanted to anyway. Nothing, Ethan. You joined into people misbehaving and getting scolded because this is their first time encountering a professional streamer.
Bro.
You know better than to ask, NFL.
Was that a sneeze?
I have aiming already. I'm gonna try something slightly different in terms of overall.
Weak.
Glaze is the best for Purge level 30. I prefer Glaze strongly. My favorite build for this boss, it used to be Ness's build. Ness's build is very consistent, but I'm just trying some different things right now. I'm just trying some different things because I want to do some different things. That's all. I'm already using aiming Eternum Knight, but the reason why I'm dropping the Ultra Precision Shot is because as nice as it is, it's forcing me to hit the weak spot in order to get the best out of it. But if I'm not using, for example, an electric core on the first one, and I focus on the weak spot, the problem is that I'm dealing so much damage that he's going into frenzy straight away, which is not what I want him to do. Yes, if we can do multiple gun builds for a single preset, then absolutely, you know. I would love to have core presets like that. That should work. Much better. Listen, Jay, it doesn't bother me at all. But I will always enforce the rules. This was a much better run for sure. NFL, if I've already taken a moderation action, please do not question these kinds of things. I've already said to drop the topic, alright? And yes, they didn't want us to build multiple guns for same core setup, so I would love to see multiple presets, multiple things like that. That I would love to see coming in, but we don't know when that'll come in. I hope they understand that this should have been something that they implemented at the start, because if we have to change cores every single time, we are not getting the most efficient builds. So, for example, here, like if you were to put the electric core on the first free slot, you'd probably do the best. But because if we do that, we are great for Defiler, but we're losing out on everything else, you see? So this is the big problem that I'm thinking about, and that is bothering me, because essentially, that's what I do not want. And funnily enough, without using Walk Tightrope, I'm actually getting way better results in terms of how much damage I'm actually dishing out here, which makes no sense, right? But somehow Walk Tightrope triggering is not actually helpful to me. So I just did this in 17 seconds without Walk Tightrope. So I'm gonna change. So it means I think I don't even have to switch between my Void build and my non-Void build. I think I can literally just go in and just start blasting. Electric plus crit damage should be okay, Kai. Honestly, the difference from having electric versus tech is not that much, so you should be okay. Thanks for following, and I'm glad we have things back on track. So what I'm looking at with this, right, is that Walk a Tightrope is beneficial, but not absolutely necessary. You will get extra, but yeah. You must always enhance the ability. Why? Because if you look at the unique ability of the Last Dagger, what is good about it? It increases your firearm critical hit rate per stack, and this amount actually goes up. At first, it starts at like something like 1.1, but it ends up at 2.2. So without this, you're not hitting as many criticals as possible, which means that you have less DPS overall. So it is drastically important that you fully enhance the unique ability. If you don't do that, you're going to have problems. Thanks for following, Kai. And remember, all these builds will be on YouTube once we have finished working for them. Well, sorry, once we finish working with them, once they're ready, you know, off we go. But what I can certainly say is that have aiming works really well, and the key is knocking down the Defiler. You either need even more damage, which means that you are going to require the electric core on the first step, or if you choose to make this a more general weapon, which we will be testing it in the Void Erosions shortly, if you choose to make this a more generalistic weapon, then you don't need electric on the first core, but you will have to accept a slower kill time. It's still faster than what you had with the Nest before, but, well, as you can see, you just need him to not go into Frenzy straight away, because the problem is he goes into Frenzy straight away often. And once he goes into Frenzy straight away, there's the issue of him just being like this.
Enemy eliminated.
So you will still kill him faster than an S, and you can do it fairly consistently, but it depends on how much you trigger at the start, so just be careful about that. And your maximum damage, don't forget, is going to be based on how much you're hitting the weak spot. But hit the weak spot too much, aha, you got problems. Because he would just go into Frenzy straight away, because of how much damage you're dealing to him.
I will fight. Don't get in my way. It's all
Well, essentially, yes. But basically, if you are just willing to not go too ham on his weak spot at the start, you just shoot a little bit around him, like I just did right there, I think you can still get a fairly smooth kill time. That one was about 16 seconds, roughly. It also depends to an extent on crits, because as you guys know, with the Defiler, due to his critical resistance, you're probably not going to get like full-on crits on him all the time, but you can still get fairly close. Yes, that is actually my goal, Essos. My goal is to ensure that I will be using the same build for Void Erosion 30 that I will for Defiler. Although you're not going to get 4 6-second kills, you know, which would be really great, you don't have to spec into Electric. So that means that you can still use it for Void Erosion level 30 and still do relatively well. At least that's what I'm trying to do here.
I will end.
That's what I'm trying to make happen here.
That was too easy.
And with enough raw effort, like, sure, you won't lose out. You won't get, sorry, the 6-second kills, but you're not gonna totally lose out either. It takes 10 seconds more, all right? So you will suffer a little bit, but you can use it for everything. This way, your build is not locked in. So do be aware of that. And this is why I wanted to build this build in this particular manner, because I felt that it was better to do it this way. They are. 6-second kills are with totally no hit points, always like down to the wire, which is very cool. Like, I don't disagree with that style. And you're gonna need Electric on your first slot. The reason for Electric is obviously to be able to deal even more damage thanks to weak spots and whatnot. But like I said, done correctly, this thing works very well.
I smell death. Enemy eliminated.
Here, you will always be about 17 seconds, but you're still saving. 17 seconds is still better than what we had with the Nest before. It's just about getting the technique perfect. Once you get the perfect technique, it's easy enough. So you can choose to go either way. You can choose to specialize just for Defiler, go for 6-second kills, and you'll have a blast, honestly. You'll be able to kill Defiler, but you'll be stuck specifically for Defiler. You'll also be able to kill Void Erosion 29 really easily, but you might suffer on 28. Sorry, on 30. because 30 is chill. You need chill to specialize in 30, and yeah, that'll be a rough time for you if you don't have that. So the choice at the end of the day is up to each individual, what they want to do.
Enemy eliminated.
From the login rewards, up to you, whatever you need, Ramon. You should always pick what you need. You should start Ultimate Glaive for sure, Kai. It's a very good character. You forgot about this game? Damn, that's okay. Hey, Martin, what up? I just saw Martin come in. How you doing, pal? Okay, we finished testing this. I'm satisfied with the tests. Now let's go test out the Void Erosion. It's time to learn a little more. But yes, from the login rewards, you just choose whatever you need. Always pick what you need. If you need something in particular, go for that first. Well then, time to get farming. I'm saving my boxes for when I really need something else. I'm doing good today. Ah, thank you for always giving some gifts. Joe Chavez, you will be able to see that all later in my video. If you've never seen any of my Glaive videos on YouTube, you should check them out if you don't mind, or if you don't mind waiting, then later today I will happily showcase and explain all my choices to you. No problem on that. Okay? The choice is yours. I will not force anybody. The only thing I force is compliance with the rules. Ultimate Glaive is very good, for sure. Okay, now we're going to go check out the Void Erosion. So as you know, we'll need to be able to freely change our skills. So we're going to do exactly that. Changing over these two. Oh, actually, we don't need to do that, do we? Exit without saving. Yeah, Martin just became a title holder. Thank you very much for the lovely gifts. All right. I can just switch to my Void Erosion build just like that. I forgot. And I redesigned this build specifically for Void Erosion, so let's check it out soon. Okay, I'm also going to adjust a couple of things. I want to display the numbers so I can actually see how much value we're getting. So my apologies on that. It'll take a second. All right, we're going to head into the Void Erosion, but first I'm going to go to the washroom. I cannot disclose PC specs because I'm not a tech channel, but what I can tell you is I've got 32 GB RAM and RTX 3080 in my PC. The Last Dagger build will be out right after my stream, so all I ask for is some patience. I'm going to BRB, head to the washroom, and I'll come back. What skin is this? Hot Spring skin, Anbu. Okay, let's carry on. Now we will engage in a test for rank 30 of the Void Erosion. Oops, that's right. I went in before changing my Glaive build. Almost forgot. Have to return to town. Unless they let me switch at the start. I can't remember if they do that. I don't think they do, but I'm just gonna double check. Yeah, you cannot switch at the start. Whoops. Went in with the wrong build. Can't be doing that. Thank you for following, Joe. Welcome. Game's good, Rob. Can't really complain. Okay. Sorry. Back to my gun build. Double checking. Void erosion. Okay. Now let's go finalize this test. I've been waiting to finalize this test, and now it should be good. Okay. Now, let's see what happens.
I smell death.
Where's that last guy? There we go. What was that random sound effect? I just heard a random truck noise. Okay.
I smell death.
This is good so far.
I'm a dumbass.
Lol.
What? I. Oh my god. I plugged in
Reload.
my.
All my
No.
senses.
I was gonna scan some documents on my printer.
Mm-hmm.
I put the document into the printer, turned on the app, and I was wondering why it said that my printer was offline. I didn't even turn my printer on.
Lol. That sounds like a very troublous thing to do.
Oh my god.
Load.
No. Defense, everyone drops, dude. No matter what kind of PC you have. Like, Ines will just kill things, or even a Glaive with a rocket launcher will kill things too fast for you to survive that. So, listen. FPS drops, you be like, dude, I go all the way down to 12 frames. Like, everywhere else, I have like 120 for this game, and I refuse to play on anything lower than 120 anyway for most games. But that's just the natural part of things, because you cannot help it when there's so many things on screen and they all dying. Yeah. Hey, Butter Biscuits. Oh my god, why is there one thing behind me? Hey, but there's just one random enemy that's behind you for no reason. It somehow escaped your clutches.
Smudges.
Yes. Oh no! That damn grenadier. Even with one accidental death, this is still far faster than anything else. Which is wild as hell. Damn.
All my senses come alive.
Peak gameplay. This game is called the First Descendant. It's free to play, available on Xbox, PlayStation, and PC. You can just download and play for free. And well, Bear, you can't really suck at aiming, because the Last Dagger is a laser beam, practically. Just aim in the general direction of your foe and you should be fine. To be perfectly honest. I mean, look at it. It literally just goes straight for their head. So I would say no real worries on that. Just go in, start shooting. I don't think so at all, Leon. I think that as far as I know, they're not going to create any more levels of Void Erosion Purge. I've heard that they've canceled the 30 to 50. I heard that they're going to just leave it 0 to 30. Sorry, 1 to 30. Well, that is true. I mean, you're not wrong about that. We do have to aim for the head. But I guess I'm trying to say that aiming for the head should not be too hard. Should not be being the key word. Heck, to be honest, I'm not even aiming for the head most of the time. I aim in the general direction of the head. That usually works well enough. got blown up. That's the only downside. And that's a waste of time. Although the penalty is only 24 seconds, I tell you, the biggest waste of time is actually respawning. But at least with arcade tuning, we won't have to worry too much about all this kind of stuff because we'll have more defenses. Or so they said. Unless the arcade tuning has even more offensive power in there, then I'll tell you, everybody in their grandmother is not going to care about defense. It's going to add even more offense to their characters. Yep, enjoy. It's definitely a good weapon. I'm finalizing my tests now, but once it's done, I can at least share it with all of you.
All my senses come alive.
I always forget, like, after a while of not doing this, like, even if it's just like 1 or 2 runs, right? For some weird reason, after a while of not doing this, I always forget that I should be scanning constantly. It just makes sense to do so. And I'll catch myself just not scanning properly, which again is bad. Not because it's like some necessary thing, but this helps you sight stuff. Where possible, always be scanning. Concentration is immense. I should hope so. I should hope so. Because it would make a lot of sense. They are thinking of adding it, but there's no way to know when they will. So although we can hope for it, again, we don't know when the final product will come. So just be aware of that. As long as you're aware of it, that's fine. Because yes, they are working on it. We just don't know when we'll get it. Like, I hate using jiggle physics as an example, but like they talked about it ages ago and it's only coming in May. So people got a long time to wait. Unless they choose to drop it early, which I don't think they're gonna do. So yeah, just know that yes, it's being worked on, but please be lenient on the date because we don't know yet. Camdog, it'll all be in a video later because right now we're undergoing testing. Once everything is thoroughly tested and ready to go, I promise you there'll be a video on my channel that tells you exactly what you need and everything you need to do exactly what I'm doing. My word is my bond, I promise you that. I'll make all these builds for you guys anyway, so you know I'm gonna share them. Thanks for subscribing as well, that's very nice of you. I know I already said it earlier, but big thank you to Martin for helping me meet my goal earlier. Very nice. Sorry, Arcane?
Be right back.
Okay. Does the First Descendant need more gameplay content? Yes and no. I mean, any video game always needs constant content to keep players. But I mean, there's plenty for me to do. Hell, getting to this stage already took weeks because I don't play as much as some of the other creators out there. And I do play other games in between too, so yeah, getting to the same stage as them took ages. So for the average person, assuming they've got 2-3 hours of free time per day, they're gonna take a while to grind what I've got. So, does it need more gameplay content? Of course, but they don't have to worry too much because for the average person, it'll take them a while to get stuff. No! That was a pathetic death.
I'm back.
Welcome back. Okay. A little more testing and then this should be good to go. I'm going to remove the damage numbers though. Okay, let's carry on, and what I'm gonna do is now, this time round, we're going to remove the damage numbers. Okay, let's go. Now, removing damage numbers can improve your frame rates, which means obviously better damage. As much as I love seeing the damage numbers for comparisons, I actually remove them when I actually have to go in. Sure, Hugo. Well, Nicholas, to answer your question, another YouTuber, now without naming names, but he's pretty famous, so people should know him. Another YouTuber has already done a study on how FPS affects bullets, and they realized that your fire rate also affects ghost bullets, because even if your FPS is like, say, 140 FPS, right? If your fire rate is too high, the server cannot keep up with the amount of bullets that you're firing. The devs themselves have acknowledged this and said that it might be to do with your anti-cheat. I don't know if that's true, but that appears to be the situation. So they're looking for ways to resolve the issue, but essentially what happens is that if your fire rate for your weapon is too high, no matter how many bullets you're actually putting out in your gun, like let's say the gun says it can put out 1,800 bullets, you won't actually see that on screen, which creates problems. So these are what we term ghost bullets. That means that your bullets exist in terms of the game, but they won't actually hit the target. So for many players, this means that your overall DPS that you do is far lower than intended, which is annoying because everybody wants to be doing the best DPS. So 3 fire rate core rolls would give us some insane damage on the gun if all 3 cores could work. But they won't, because if you put in 3 cores, your fire rate goes to something ridiculous like 1,800. 1,800 is just way too high. The server cannot keep up. So for me, at about 120 frames, the max I can go is about 1,300. I'm even getting the occasional ghost bullet here. So that is why you have to limit your frame rate, your fire rate, and you don't want to go too high. You go too high, you'll have problems, and there you go. Boom. Issues. So that, I hope, explains the reason. Oh. Darn it, I left one guy alive there.
I smell death. All my senses.
Okay. Now I need to switch and go do a defiler run. Why? So that I can prove that this can switch between both. And then we'll do a couple more of that and we'll prove what we need. One second. Okay. Hello, Blades. No problem. I am here to guide. Okay, but just do take note that it was actually another YouTuber that did the study on ghost bullets. It wasn't me. His testing, however, was correct. It worked. It worked really, really well. And yes, of course we know this, Vivid. I described all of this in the patch notes video. So in fact, if you want to keep up with stuff, please make sure you check the patch notes videos, because everything that I do, anytime that there's a change in the game, I put out a patch notes video. So did you miss that video? Because you should be watching that. Okay, now we're heading over to Colossus side. Switch this to Colossus. Let's get right into it. I just want to make sure that I can easily switch kill. Ah, wait, that's right. Inversion reinforcer must be switched as well. Got to get into that mental mindset.
It's already over.
Okay, good. Let's go see the results. 18 seconds. So no matter what, we still end up around there. It's not as fast, but it's good. Thank you, Nicholas. I appreciate that. The more people that support me, the more I can do. And I promise to always do the best that I can for the people.
Don't get in my way. So thirsty. I will end.
Oh dear. That one did not go so well. Okay. So it is not 100% consistent.
Don't get in my way. All my sources.
Have you noticed that sometimes I'm hitting the target, but you will just see the bullet just disappear? That is what we call the ghost bullet. Unfortunately. The problem is if we drop below 1,300, the DPS isn't enough either. Again. Again.
I will end.
Okay, not enough, but that's alright. Oh dear. Look at this fella. Okay. Again. No problem, Goose. Doing my job.
Don't get in my way. So thirsty. Wait.
That one went even faster. Okay. Weird. I mean, I know that there's some RNG from the crits, but... Okay, that was 17 seconds. I never have a main build frazzling. And I'll tell you why. It's because there's no such thing as a main build. You have different builds for different situations, and you basically just need to build accordingly. As long as you're building accordingly, you will always be alright. Also, apparently I'm phasing out of reality on TikTok. Lol, I just saw the camera, I was like, Don't worry though, that's easily resolved.
So thirsty. Will not be.
Nope, he went gorilla mode. I need to get that perfectly consistent. That's the only thing I need to do for you guys.
All my senses.
Because he is going a little too ham, a little too quickly.
It's already over. I'm disappointed.
Gun, everything is fine. No. The problem is that I'm doing too much damage. I'm doing too much damage, but not enough to break the threshold because, right, if you want to go down this pathway, this is the reason why people use the electric core in the first slot. Because that way you deal so much extra damage that you're just going to break through completely. But if you do that, you're locked into electric as the element, which I don't want to have. You see, I want to be able to change this build freely between, between cold and electric because I need to use this for Void Erosion Purge. That's the intention. You see, so that's what I'm trying to do. And, so far, it's worked well. But my biggest issue is that he does go 8 mode, which is unfortunate, but them's the breaks. Like, it's not as big of a deal for Glaive, but still. The fact that he does that is annoying. There's a technique that I have to knock him down, but I need to perfect that technique, so I'm trying to do so right now before I deliver this to people. Because realistically, the only way to get this faster than Ines... Ines is very consistent. But theoretically, so is Glay.
Weak.
I'm gonna do this entirely without walk a tightrope. Let me see what'll happen. Hey, per crab.
Don't get in line. It's already over. I'm disappointed.
Yep, Glay is definitely OP even with the ghosting bullets. I think after the knockdown, just shoot the knee. Okay, we'll get that perfected. But yes, the key here is that we need to get it consistent so that when I deliver to other people, I can show them the exact technique and the exact way to do it. And that we can freely switch between the two. Okay, let's lower my health a little bit. A little extra firepower.
Don't get in line.
Gets to that. Nope, the hit point level was just a bit too much. Okay, that did not work out.
You must work a guard.
Because the differences between hitting a weak spot and not hitting a weak spot is actually huge. Okay. What if I did it exactly like how I used to for...
Enemy eliminated.
I could do it the way that I used to for Gluttony, actually. That might work. I have thought about it, but the problem is that without the electric core on your first core, you will actually still end up going to frenzy. We actually did all this earlier on stream, Riggs. So I think you missed a lot of the earlier testing, which is why we're now just refining the technique, the shot technique. Because for me, I don't want to lock people into electric. People are welcome to lock into electric and then you can go follow those glass cannon 6-second builds. Up to you. But I don't want to do that. So in order to do this my way, it has to be a completely different setup. So the way, even the technique which we use to stop this guy has to be completely different. Damn, shattering the knee still puts him in a frenzy.
You must work a guard.
On the upside, I can easily survive it, so it's not a problem, but that's still annoying. Because like I said, the issue here is that we're not trying to lower our hit points fast. Even if we do so, right, you will literally not be able to do this unless you have electric on your first core. Because that's how much the elemental damage affects this guy. So, what I'm trying to do is adjusting in accordance with what I feel should be correct. How you doing, Sir Tommy? But there is a way to knock him down early. I just need to find that way.
I will end you.
Because the only other alternative I can think of is if I don't trigger anything at all and just leave my hit points high so that I don't get the bonus firearm attack. Oh, damn, it still goes in there. What if I just concentrated on the knee though? Okay, so I don't switch knees, I just concentrate on one, but we go without walk tightrope. This is a RTX 3080. It's not about the GPU. You need to optimize the in-game settings, dude. So adjust your in-game settings until you stop crashing. Start with the lowest possible graphics and slowly increase step by step, because there's some things you need to make your game look good. There's some things that you don't need. So that's all that matters. And well, Riggs, that's exactly what we do. That's why we're testing, because there is a way to do it, but it needs to be complete. I can't give you guys something that is just incomplete and sad. And I don't want to do that either. So that's why I'm preparing it in this weird, twisted way. Because I firmly believe that I can do this. Yeah, see, that actually worked better. Okay. Let's try now with minimal movement. Let's try with minimal movement from starting location. How much is the fall off for this? Sorry, I need to check that. Effective range drop off starts 18 meters. Oh god, that's annoying. No wonder this thing is such a problem. Because the damage drop off on the handgun sucks ass. Okay, okay. 18 meters. That means you have to measure up. Damn it. 18 meters is pretty close. No wonder people will go on right up close. I mean, it's at least it's not shotgun level, but god, it's damn near close. Problematic. Problematic. Okay, this should be about correct. Yep. Okay, can't. 17 seconds, all right. I genuinely think that's the best. That's the best that we can get. Anything further, no can do. Thank you for sharing the live, Daniel. Okay, so basically just don't even trigger walk a tightrope. Just go in there and just start balling, apparently. 16 seconds. Okay. This means theoretically we can just use the same build. Okay, noted. Okay. 18 meters.
That was too.
Consistent. Okay. Perfect technical execution. One more time. Okay. Let's be cautious. Nope.
Damn it.
We did not maintain enough distance. There must be just enough distance.
That was too easy.
We were too close when he turned around, so again. Alright, again. Let's make sure it's really perfect. Okay, focus on just one knee then.
It's already over. I'm disappointed.
New super chat received.
Hey, thanks, you kind sir. I appreciate that. That's one license paid for. Look forward to the single coming next week. 2 beautiful tracks will be released, and I'm sure you guys will love them. And of course, we will fund licenses for them. So thank you, Sir Tommy. It is much appreciated. I hope you'll look forward to them. You've already heard one. The other one, I hope you'll enjoy. They should release on Tuesday. That's my plan. Okay. Again. Perfect.
Enemy eliminated.
There we go. See you later, Riggs. It's between 17 to 21 seconds. Still faster than an S, assuming no screw-ups, but it definitely works. Okay. Okay. Now, the question is, can I go a bit further?
I will end
I want to see, can I go a bit further? I appreciate that, Furkrat, kind soul. I appreciate you all.
enemy
If
eliminated.
you get walk a tightrope to trigger, you'll get 14 seconds. Okay, let's try that again. 15 seconds. Thank you both, my friends. Like I said, once we fund enough, we will get out a whole EP. But that's for next week. We'll do it slow and steady. I just can't wait for you guys to hear the tunes that I made. It's some good stuff. Okay, let's do it again. Then we'll hit the void erosion again and the testing will finally be done. Then I will give this to everybody. Everybody can have it and you can all use it. The best part is that you will not be limited to one activity or the other. Ah, so the key is he must attack first. If he goes in a frenzy, right? The key is that if he goes in a frenzy or ends up going into frenzy before he launches an attack, so that's the key.
Enemy eliminated.
He must be allowed to attack first. If he's allowed to attack, I will deal enough damage to knock him down before he goes into frenzy. He needs to be stuck in an animation. That's the key. Okay, I understand.
I will end.
Perfection.
Assignment accomplished.
Okay, now we're in business. I will explain this technique when we do it later. But yes, this is good. This is glorious.
That was too easy.
Even if we don't make it,
I will end.
beautiful. Whether you trigger walk a tightrope or not, it's that easy.
Simon a cop.
You'll still get 18, 19 seconds. Sometimes faster, sometimes slower, but none of that even matters. It's that easy. Okay. Let me go trade in some of these vouchers. Oh, hey, got a core binder. Nice. Okay, one more time. And then we'll head back to the void. Oh, wait, crap. I forgot. I needed to go to ETA 0. Came back to town. There's literally the video game definition or the video game equivalent of walking into a room, forgetting why you're there, and then walking back out. I was like, oh, yeah, I should do it one more time just to be sure. There you go. Literally forgot what I even went back to town for. Until a little later.
Lol.
It's the age, Arcane. It's the age.
Yep.
It's getting to me. It's getting to me. The age. But I'm gonna be glad to be. Yeah, I know, right? Gonna be glad to be done with this testing tomorrow, so I can actually play properly. Oops.
I smell.
Oh, that's a dud run. I wasn't in frenzy. Okay. Never you mind. That run never happened. I'll go back and go get my stuff and then we'll do a proper run.
You saw nothing.
Mm-hmm. Nobody saw anything. Right, fur crab? Right? It's destroying us, I tell you, it's destroying us. Destroys us all. Okay, wait, let me quickly go spend these vouchers. I guess I got nothing better to do, so I'll buy some for the men. I guess I'll buy Blair's first. Exchange intercept battle reward. Blair. Ew, I don't want the Homer Simpson skin. There we go. Blair. Okay. Again.
Again!
Roll, roll, roll. Okay, let's see how far I get. Aha, not this time. That guy looked like he detonated and died even faster than before. What the hell? Yeah, 16 seconds. Poor fella. What a fella. Oops. There we go. Fly! Fly! Again, fly! Fly! Yes, Clay, we all know you're thirsty.
I must have my guard down. That was too easy.
Johnny Storm is pretty cool. But I have a feeling that either him or Storm are just gonna get banned at like upper levels, cause yep. SG Hawker food. I can try. I can try. Now, let me see. Do I have enough for one more? Damn. Not enough for one more skin. That's okay, though. All right, let's go back to the Void Erosion Purge. Now, in order to ensure that this works perfectly, I should just be able to switch just like that. Switch just like that. And then, in actuality, okay, you know what? Let me test even more things that I probably shouldn't. Africa, Void Erosion Purge. Привет, operation. Let's see what I can do. Come at me, bros! Okay, listen, nobody saw me roll into a wall, okay? I would never do something like that. Walls don't exist. The hills don't have eyes. Of course, the traditional truffle sound.
Yes.
Yes. Next week, bros. Next week. It's coming. I can't believe it's finally here. I've been waiting too long.
All my senses come alive. Be stopped.
Now, most of you already know this, but this particular gun has an even worse range than most hand cannons. So, if you want to use this, you got to be real up close and personal. This is why we are going close. If your game crashes after you defeat Defiler, it might be that your settings are overtuned. Because this game definitely, unlike Marvel Rivals, is not going to give you some random blips. And God, do I want to play some Marvel Rivals next week, but I hope they fix the blips first. Otherwise, I'm going to be playing on 60 FPS, and that's not going to feel good. Yesterday night was a struggle. Of course, it's not you. It's me and Arcane. It's me and Arcane!
I will now reiterate that it can't.
Obviously not. No! That is a little annoying that it's 3 times in a row, pal. Oh no. Oh no. There's a bomb attached to my head. No. I would say if you guys have details of your crashes, send them to the official Discord, because the more information that's provided to the devs, the more they can actually help you guys out. Because I don't know what's causing these crashes, since here, unfortunately, I do not crash, so I'm unable to diagnose and help you with the issue. Although I would hate to crash either way. The point is, just let the devs know. Videos, any evidence, any information you can provide is all going to be helpful. So try that, see if that works out. I promise you that's the best way to get attention to these things. Console issue, fair enough. Well, hopefully they fix it. Just like for Marvel Rivals PC issue, I hope they fix that. I know they want to crack down on the mods and the illegal software, but damn.
All my senses.
Limbed. Again. I'm currently using critical damage, but I'll explain why in my video later. You do not want 3 fire rate cores, because 3 fire rate cores will cause you to go over the limit. And if you go over the limit for fire rate, what will happen is that you'll get ghost bullets, which lowers your DPS drastically. Of course, if you want to go even crazier, you can do what some of the content creators out there are doing and choose to specialize your weapon for one particular activity and just put elemental damage on your third roll, which would basically turn you into a super soldier, effectively. Wow. That was a 3-second, 3-inch grapple. Okay, nobody look at that.
All my senses.
Swear I know how to properly use my grapple. Okay, this is definitely working. Take advantage of the movement speed. Get it consistent. Literally just hold down one button and off you go.
Will not be interrupted.
I refuse your death. I hate how some of these corridors, though, they're so dark. I literally can't see anything in them. Wish. Oh, come on. Glay. She literally has trouble with, like, triangular staircases. Come on, Glay, damn it. Yes and no. It's me. You see, here's the thing. I only build what is most efficient. I don't like to waste my time with stuff outside of that because there's no point. As much as I respect the idea of fun and, you know, just doing some things outside of the norm, the problem is that that's not going to help people. And most of the time, it's going to take up resources that might not be plentiful. So, yeah, I generally just build what's most efficient. And if really I get very bored, then at that point I will do some other stuff, but most of the time, no. Yeah, I did. Yeah, I did. I did it to squeeze out a bit more damage, which is working really well. But I also stripped away one of the elements that I put on the gun itself, and now I've swapped that over to crit rate. Because you need to get the crit rate maximized no matter what. But I have sufficient crit rate if you just roll it on your weapon, so I did that. Cost a little bit of the adjustment tools, but worked out well. So I think this is literally the final form. It won't get better than this. Anything more than this is insanity. The only thought I have in my mind is that first one. I wonder what would happen if I put firearm attack there. I'll have to test another day. Firearm attack might work better than crit damage. But we'll see. But only because I'm curious if it would be a sufficient boost. But anyway, this will work for both things, so all people need to do is just choose the appropriate element, off they go. All right. Last 30 minutes of stream. Arcane, are you playing First Descendant?
I am.
Do you want to farm 30 for cores?
Sure.
All right, I'll invite you. And so spend my last half hour because the testing is done. This is it. I can happily shove this out to people. Okay, 1 second.
I have acquired the new dance.
Okay, dance time then. Let's go.
Just do it, yeah.
Okay. After I finish typing this, then we'll go in. Give me a sec. Till then, the chat can enjoy the screamy dance. Lol, synchronized scream dance. Alright, let's go. Cheeto, yes, the game is called The First Descendant. Thanks for typing that in, Arcane. Let's go kick butt. Let's see how this fares and holds up in public now. Well, in actuality, right, because the accuracy, and I will explain it this way, I tested focus fire, I tested several of the other modules. Of course, for most people, they just copy pasted, but I settled on half aiming because of the stupid range on the gun. The gun's drop-off range starts at 18 meters, so you realistically just want to get as close as possible. And since you're going to get close, and the gun has high accuracy anyway, it doesn't really matter even if you put in half aiming, because for the hip fire, you're still able to do stuff like this. And once you're up close, it doesn't really matter if you're shooting them in your face. You get what I mean? So, although most people copy-paste it, if they fail to understand the range on the gun, then they're going to encounter some pretty negative situations. That's the biggest issue. Because this gun is one where you have to go up close and personal. You don't have a choice. You can fire from range, but even then, it's not all that great. So are they getting close to start blasting or fail? Not really. I would actually honestly rather have Enzo than Lepic. And even then, it's only because Enzo buffs me constantly. The extra firearm attack is beautiful. Lepic is cool, but the problem is that if you want best damage now, right, we often hit heads. So Lepic actually makes it harder to hit the head, because if he repositions the enemy while I'm busy firing, then I don't get as many headshots. So although Lepic is cool, I very much prefer Enzo. 3 Glaze and an Enzo work well. Of course, if you're going for like top tier runs, then of course Lepic, because you can communicate and like use these skills at the exact right moment. With perfect positioning, you can get some pretty fast runs, as the top people have probably demonstrated. But yeah, for me, I'm satisfied enough. We got you. Well, they got you. Finish off these nerds. Oop. Lol. I evac too late. No, how dare they not shoot them fast enough? Rude. Aw, damn it. Into a wall. Straight to a wall. Rude. Okay. Better. No! I get ripped at the end? How could they? Yeah, I dealt a melee this time, so my damage has definitely gone up a lot. Last Dagger. You can use Perforator if you want, it's up to you. I prefer the Last Dagger.
I will find
So the fact that I dealt a billion damage there is proof. This is the final form of this build. The strongest that I can make it. Only way to make it stronger. Let's go even crazier. But I'll try that another time. For now, this is fine.
will not be interrupted.
Yes, the volcanic set would, but depends on whether you want to wield it or not, because you need the 4-set effect to do so. And quite frankly, I'm loath to give up the Annihilation set. That's why I also didn't use the Polar Knight set. The Annihilation set gives me duration, which I need to make Glaze abilities work perfectly. At least in my opinion. So the choice at the end of the day is going to be yours. You can decide how you want it to roll, but I very much prefer Annihilation set. Works well and won't cause problems. Why is this guy's restored relic firing so slowly? Yep. Annihilation set is very fast farm, which is good. It is way more fun than rolling around with the launcher, that's for sure. Aw, damn. I know, right? It's so rude of him. Got the what?
I got to activate my ability with unlimited.
Ah, okay. Don't worry, that happens to me too.
Be more careful next time. No, you can't go down next time. I will save you.
Let's bring Greg up here. Let's talk to him. Lol. Judgment. Judgment. Hang on, anyway, I got this, I got this. Wait.
You need to get up to get back.
Up you go. You're welcome, Witch in the Woods.
Don't show them what you're made. I owe you.
Alright. I have time for one more. Again!
Again!
Yeah, baby, give me one more night.
I will end you.
I'll be right there. On my way. Whee! Excusez-moi. Ah, good. We have a Rocketeer. Next. That's okay, Per Crab. You'll be able to do it real easily, to be honest.
Will not be.
I don't think you'll have a lick of difficulty playing catch up. I think our best times are also if one Glay at least is willing to... Now, I'm not gonna build a separate restored relic just for this shit, but you know, if one Glay is actually willing to go restored relic, it seems to work out real well.
Yeah, I noticed that.
Because that way I can focus on just hitting the elites. I don't need to waste my bullets on the lesser souls. I just need clean, proper shots of his head. I'm good to go. Oh no.
Well,
Darn it,
There's
I
a wall
ran
there.
into a wall, yeah. I hate those damn walls.
I think you should keep your head up. You need to get up and get back to us. You saved me. Be more careful next time. Back in action. Shield at 0%.
If he takes care of all that, there we are. I just have to target the head. Sober, Anakin. I have the high ground. And now I gotta go on the low ground because of the silly weapon range. There we go. His head is literally flopping like a fish over there. Still got that done in like 5 minutes. Not bad. All right. Listen, Marius. People are waiting for my build video because they want more details. If you feel that that is not for you, then that is up to you, okay? But, you know, folks just like to support their creator. If you don't want to support me, then I will just throw you out of stream. This is not the first time you've been dismissive or annoying, but you can keep coming back and I'll just keep throwing you out of stream. All right? There you go. As for Ricorici, don't worry. I will drop it today. And along with a thorough explanation of everything I've tested, why it works, why it doesn't work. So feel free to enjoy that. We have now come to the end of our stream. Thank you very much for joining me. And for those that are very upset that people actually bother supporting me, listen, go support the creators you want. Don't bother hanging out on my stream. Don't waste your time here. All right? Go talk to the creators that you like. But if you want to waste your time here, you're going to get banned. You're just going to get removed. I don't care about you. Your viewership is not going to affect me. All you're doing is getting me more revenue and more attention because you can't stay away from the world's greatest human being. All right? So it's up to you. It's your decision. You want to keep coming around here, but we're just going to keep on trucking and we're just going to keep having a great time. All right. Thank you, everybody. I will showcase everything to you guys later in a video. See you guys. I'm going to go have lunch now. You have a good one. Enjoy your Sunday, and I'll catch you on the next one.